Confidence is key for every pro fighter, but too much of it can lead to trouble. Like they say, even good things can become a problem when overdone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button so you never missed out. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump into part 2 of moments when overconfidence went wrong in the UFC. We're not ranking these, just showing how it all unfolded. Starting with Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic 1. Hype is powerful in mixed martial arts, but it can cloud a fighter's judgment. Even though Stipe Miocic was about to make history with his third defense of the heavyweight title, all eyes were on the knockout artist, Francis Ngannou, thanks to the UFC's heavy promotion.
Francis Ngannou has the world record for the most powerful punch. It's more powerful than a 12-pound sledgehammer swung full force from overhead. Holy
I really believe that I'm the best. I'm the best technically, powerfully. I have everything to beat him on Saturday.
Do you think that Stipe is going to be willing to stand and trade with you?
I think he'll try to survive. Whatever I'm gonna try, I'm gonna catch it.
He's getting much more promotion. They are hyping him more than they're hyping you, Stipe.
Good for him. Let them hype him up. I don't care. I'm used to it.
Have you felt like you were the forgotten man at all?
Nah, I don't care. Let him get all the hype he wants. I'm do what I do and I'm gonna keep winning.
He's really intimidated. He know what's gonna happen. He just make it proud there like, yes, I'm the charm, I'm this, I'm that. But he know the guy that he's gonna fight. You know that he's gonna be the fight that he never had in his career.
Well, on fight night, Miocic showed everyone that the UFC and Ngannou's confidence was misplaced.
You know, Fran's tough guy, and still.
After surviving a tough first round, Stipe delivered one of his best performances yet. He dragged Ngannou into deep waters for the next 4 rounds, securing a dominant win and reminding everyone of his skill and power.
It was kind of a weird situation. You're the champion, you defended the title twice, yeah, you were the underdog, it was the Francis Ngannou show, it seemed like.
It was the Stipe show tonight. It wasn't about him, it was about me. Because I'm the champ. I broke the record. I'm the best.
Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm. The higher you climb, the harder you fall. And when Ronda Rousey's electric reign finally came to an end, the results were shocking. At this point, Ronda Mania was everywhere, and even the mainstream world was noticing this unstoppable force in the UFC. But just as Ronda was breaking new ground, she was set to headline UFC 193 against Holly Holm, a decorated boxer with a strong start to her MMA career.
Oh, but it is all over!
Rousey seemed like the result was already a foregone conclusion.
What makes you so confident that you can win?
Well, what makes me so confident that I can win is I'm the greatest fighter in the world. I believe that I'm better than every other girl in every area of MMA. MMA striking is different, and I think I'm the best at it.
Can she knock you out? Does she have that one punch knockout power?
No, nobody does. I have really fragile hands, so I got a great chin.
I'm going to show her what's up on Sunday, and I'm done with all of this.
I'm surprised her and everyone else with another win.
All that respect, all that everything, all you being sweet, I see right now that it's fake and you're going to get it on Sunday.
I'm more prepared than she is for this, and I'm going to win on Sunday, and everyone's going to see.
Unfortunately for Ronda, Holly Holm turned out to be the perfect opponent to counter her skills. When Holm landed that crushing head kick in the second round, it didn't just end the fight, it ended an entire era.
Tonight was one of those moments, man. These are the moments in fighting that make it so crazy and so fun.
Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Who knows how a fight between 2016 Conor McGregor and Prime Kipit would have gone. Maybe it would have looked a lot like their UFC 229 showdown. But one thing is certain, Conor's overconfidence was on full display, thinking he could end a 2-year break from MMA and take on the greatest lightweight of all time.
From the two of you, could we get an official prediction on the fight?
Domination, his head bouncing off the canvas. I am going to truly love putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat. Yeah, with the real dogs now, brother, yeah? And they're gonna be smoked October 6th, and I am gonna love every second of it.
And it's not like he had spent that 2-year period deep in training, no Conor's drinking.
Oh Lord, Jamie, that's tasty.
During this time, Conor's partying and troublemaking were at an all-time high. So when he stepped into the cage with a very active and focused Khabib, the Eagle basically tore him apart. Sure, in hindsight, McGregor did better than many others who faced Khabib, but maybe he should have taken a warm-up fight first.
I told you guys, these guys, not only him, his whole team and him, they tap machines. You know, I told you guys, when you put him wrong way, you're gonna tap.
TJ Dillashaw versus Henry Cejudo. TJ Dillashaw is one of the most competitive fighters in the sport, a man with an almost unsettling level of self-belief. TJ also didn't care much about annoying fans along the way. We could talk about how he once hoped to land a lucky shot against Aljamain Sterling, even though he knew his shoulder would pop out with a real force. But for this video, let's focus on that time TJ made a ridiculous weight cut to 125 Olds and ended up using EPO during his camp to get through training.
How's that weight cut coming, Bob?
I'm actually ahead of schedule. It's quite enjoyable. I'm lean and mean and feel great, man. The lightest and strongest I've ever been.
I'm gonna knock out Henry Cejudo. I'll take that belt. He's been begging me to take that belt off his shoulder. There's too much weight for him.
I'll run right through you. No, I'm a different fighter, man. You know that.
I'm gonna get in there on the 19th. I'm gonna destroy this dork. I'm not worried about it. I'm a true MMA fighter. I'll beat him everywhere.
I'm gonna show you. Your depleted butt is gonna get knocked out.
Who the hell are you?
Round.
When the fight finally happened, the first clean shot from Henry Cejudo completely shattered TJ's chin. This was a bantamweight trying to make an impossible cut, and it just wasn't going to work. A classic case of biting off more than you can chew.
Look, congratulations, Henry Cejudo, but you did not win. You did not win this fight. That's complete bull.
Cyborg versus Holly Holm. Another case of underestimating Holly Holm. Unlike Ronda Rousey, who had every reason to be confident, we still don't know why Cyborg was so sure of herself coming into this fight.
I think she's a good athlete. She's had some success in boxing and kickboxing, but MMA is a different sport. I think she's not as good an athlete as she's made out to be.
A Holly é superestimada porque todos esperam mais dela. Eu quero nocaute.
We know MMA math doesn't always add up, but since Rousey's boxing finished Cyborg in under a minute, why did she think Holly Holm wouldn't outclass her? In a moment of pure foolishness, Cyborg dropped her hands and started taunting Holm. Holly Holm seized the opportunity, landing a perfect head kick followed by a finishing shot. It was an instant moment of karma in MMA.
The ending sequence, I think, is going to be on highlight reels for a long time. Did her taunting have anything to do with that being the time to pull the trigger on the high kick?
The taunting doesn't do anything to me. That's never affected me in any fight I've ever had. My whole plan was just to stick to the game plan for this fight, and that was it.
Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping. Underestimating someone you've already beaten can be a huge mistake. To be fair to former middleweight champ Luke Rockhold, not many people saw a way for Michael Bisping to win on short notice. Rockhold was building an invincible reputation, and his confidence never wavered leading up to the fight.
It doesn't matter the situation. I'm gonna knock you out every time we fight. It's gonna be freaking
There's only one guy getting knocked out, man, and that's you.
Flawless.
Believe you me.
It's his destiny, right? That's what he calls it. It's your destiny to be my little... You're just an average bloke.
Good use of English.
I'm a samurai. I'm gonna come in there silent, undetected, and I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna make my kill, and I'm gonna fucking be out.
You're making a
I'll be out
of
on the next contract.
I get to walk in on 2
night
weeks'
for you.
notice. I get to punch him in the face and become world champion at the same time. I am a happy man.
But he's gonna find out there's levels to this game. It's time to penetrate that thick skull and make him realize his true destiny. That's behind the desk.
When the fight began, Rockhold fought like he had nothing to worry about. But when Bisping landed that legendary left hook and stunned the champion, the MMA world was on its feet. Bisping finished the job just seconds later, becoming one of the most unlikely champions in UFC history.
How do you feel getting revenge?
I don't know. Some say revenge is sweet. I disagree. I think it's better than sweet.
Hey.
You got knocked out, buddy. Sit down, shut up.
You got lucky.
All right.
Lucky.
Yeah. Real lucky. First round, buddy.
Darren Till versus Tyron Woodley. Prospects in MMA often get exposed quickly if they're not up to the task. Darren Till, though still seen as a talented but flawed fighter, was being heavily pushed by the UFC when he challenged the dominant welterweight champ Tyron Woodley. Woodley had been a divisive champion due to his often dull fighting style, so when the young, brash, and dynamic Till earned a title shot, everyone, including UFC President Dana White, was sure a new star was about to emerge.
26 years old, undefeated, long and big for the weight class. He's got all the attributes to be a big star.
You know, he's defended the belt so many times, he's beaten the best in the division. Why are you the guy to take the belt off him?
So I'm the best welterweight in the division. There's no doubt, nothing in my mind. I know I am the best welterweight in that division. I just know it. And I think they know it as well. They know it. I can feel it. I know I will be the champion.
I'm going to impose my will on Tyron Woodley. That's how I see the fight playing out. He just hasn't faced a person like that until. I just don't believe Tyron can beat me.
Every dog has its day. And your day is going to come September 8th. You're the old lion now, so let me do my work.
Unfortunately for them, all this did was bring out a different level of fire in Tyron Woodley.
I'm faced with a lion that want to take my belt. It's game time. Everybody think they want something until they lock that octagon, and he gonna see it.
On fight night, Woodley dominated Till, scoring a massive knockdown in the second round and finishing the fight with an easy d'arce choke. During the build-up, it seemed like Till was poised to take over the fight game, but it was clear he just wasn't on Woodley's level in the cage.
I was too relaxed. I was too confident. I'm always confident. Everyone knows that. But I was too... like the job had already been done.
Alexander Hernandez versus Donald Cerrone. Want a surefire way to become the most hated fighter in MMA? Just take aim at one of the sport's most beloved figures and see what happens.
Standing across from Cowboy, I'm looking through the fighter, I'm looking at the man, and I think the persona and everything's just a big distraction. I just see myself facing an insecure little lad swinging on a saddle with a pop gun and a feather in his hat.
I'll tell you this, little friend, I'll be sending your geriatric ass
yeehawing back to the stables on Saturday.
It's going to be a violent handoff. I'm going to run through him and enter the new age.
I know I'm going to be a champion. He's number 2. He's always been number 2. I'm going to be number 1. I'm sure everybody's asking that. Who the am I? And on Saturday, I'll put all that curiosity to rest.
To be fair, if Alexander Hernandez had beaten Donald Cerrone after all of his relentless trash talk, he might have become a decent star. But all this talk did was fuel Cerrone's motivation on fight night. Cerrone dove into the fight with extra drive, picked Hernandez apart, and finished him with his signature head kick. It was a brilliant performance and proof that Cowboy was far from over the hill.
And proof that Cowboy was not yet over the hill.
I don't have any hard feelings, no animosity, no hard feelings about the kid. I don't wish harm on him, you know. He's just young and was just talking out his ass.
Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva created one of the greatest rivalries in MMA history. Heading into their first fight, not many people gave Sonnen a chance against the legendary middleweight champion Silva. Despite the odds, Sonnen's confidence remained high. In fact, the build-up saw him relentlessly trash-talking Silva on the mic.
There's this dirtbag named Anderson Silva. When Anderson Silva walks into a room, you could hear a rat piss on cotton.
I don't wish Anderson a bad life. I'm gonna take his belt. I'm gonna hurt him real bad in 2 days.
He's got a black belt under the Nogueira brothers. I think a black belt under the Nogueira brothers is saying I got a free toy in my Happy Meal.
People said, you want to fight the best Anderson Silva? I don't care if it's the best Anderson or the worst Anderson. I'm gonna beat either Anderson. His running is done. His 15 minutes are fame are up.
This isn't a fight that's gonna be tit for tat. This is gonna be a one-sided pounding and I'm swinging the hammer.
To be fair, Sonnen more than backed up his talk, using every tool in his arsenal to neutralize Silva's offense and dominate most of the fight. But in MMA, things can change at the blink of an eye. Silva proved this by locking in a triangle choke in the final 2 minutes. Just like that, Silva secured the win, showing that you can never get too comfortable in the cage, no matter how well things are going.
I can't sugarcoat it. My heart's broken. He's a good fighter and he found a way to win, and that's what champions do.
The way I thought it worked was that if you tapped, you lost that round. And if anyone had explained to me that that stops the bout in its entirety, I would not have tapped.
As always, if you enjoyed the video, let us know by leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.